Hi, so here again my people, your people, blessed love. This is Daniel Marshall, the item don't know. I'm a reggae artist and I'm a vlogger. I'm an influencer. See, so what vlogging does is we vlog down things, when you vlog down things like that, right? So sometimes we come across certain information that we just vlog it down and then speak about it. I love to do that. So in this video now, the biggest trend going on right now is Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso. Everybody is being affected by this man on a real base. Can you imagine everybody in every country, most likely every country, who have access to a phone on the internet is familiar with Ibrahim Traore, and he's really making an impact. He's making such an impact that the world will never be the same again. It can never be the same, right? He's giving voice to the voiceless. He's giving strength to the oppressed. He's giving strength to those who have been denied justice. He have given freedom, in fact, to prisoners serving life sentence. He gives them freedom. My God, yo. This man is so effective, and strong, and he's so effective because it's the truth. People can see, can understand. See, so yeah, as a vlogger, I'm very much affected by him, and I'm with him 100 and more %. In fact, most Jamaicans are right now at this time. Jamaica is very impacted by Ibrahim Traore. America is so effective, so affected by this man. You can see the uprising that is going on in the land. You can see the protests. You can see the people standing up for justice, right? You see what's going on in California. I know a lot of you know what's going on in California because a lot of people has been scraped up for deportation, right? And the people are just, in fact, I'm gonna play that video. Let you see a general, a United States general, white general. So if you don't think say all white people is against and is with and upholding the wrongs, wanna make a sad mistake. This man is already affect General Langley. We have to give you thanks and praise General Langley for stepping down. Yes, there will be more for you. I forgot what this other white president name, but Donald Trump sent him out, saying to go bring him army against the people, the immigrant people. It was from Guatemala, I bet Cubans in it, and all of these Spanish countries want to know. Understand me? Me just can't bring them right now, but yeah. So the general said, no, I'm not gonna. Yo, Ibrahim Traore, you put so much strength in the people. You would never see this without Ibrahim Traore. Right? We seen all the protests that's going on in California. We see all of that. We see how what's going on in Haiti. We see what the movement that's going on in Jamaica. Understand me? We hear the people taking a stand against our Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness. See, people are just uplifted. The people are just uplifted and feel grateful for standing up. I mean, things do happen. But now that the people's eyes are open up, things are gonna change. Let's not bring this to a war. United States, level down. Ibrahim Traore, everybody level down, because look, too much people are gonna be affected and damaged by this. So anyway, my people, alright, I'm not gonna talk about the whole thing, we're talking up already. So I put the videos them together right now, one day them watch to the end that me say, you now if I just scroll past this one, scroll past this one, scroll past that one, you just put it all together, you can just sit back in your living room or wherever and just go and watch it. Even on your bed and just go and watch it and you will see certain things. See? So make sure, give the video a like from right now.
Breaking news.
Give it a thumbs
Trump
up.
gave the order,
And
but this
watch
time the
them to the
military
end and watch
rejected
the
it.
commercials.
What just
also.
happened in California
Blessed
is
peace. Daniel
historic.
Marshall.
One of the most
Boom
powerful
shot.
generals in the United States, Marka Milley, broke his silence on the spot and directly warned the president, "I will not be part of this injustice. I won't lend you my army to attack immigrants. If you dare to cross this line, you will face me." Therefore, without being filtered, this statement triggered a real political storm. Trump believed that he could use the military to create fear, but he aroused a wave of resistance at home. He said that Trump's policies violated the basic principles of the Constitution. If the president continued such persecution, the military would take severe measures to protect the country. I have never seen such a thing before. A general defended immigrants against the president. The message conveyed here is very clear. Neither weapons, power, nor money can deal with a united nation. This time, the military did not remain silent either.
The greed of nations and men has too often plunged the world into conflict. When ambition blinds justice and the lust for power overrides mercy, peace crumbles. Only through humility and unity can we silence the drums of war.
I didn't want to be here, but the president gave the orders. We are all family.
Now, Trump sends National Guard to attack California civilians.
This is American Los Angeles.
Hey, good morning. So in Los Angeles, demonstrators have been squaring off with law enforcement for the last 2 days while several immigration operations were conducted across the city. Officials in riot gear had to use tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse crowds going after ICE officers and damaging and robbing property. This video shows a car set on fire as protesters circled it, waving the Mexican flag. Officials say more than a dozen people were arrested Saturday, including one who allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail that hit 3 officers.
You can protest all you want. You got your First Amendment rights. But if you cross that line of impediment, or you put hands on officers or destroy property, you will be prosecuted. We're already ahead of the game. We're already mobilizing. We're going to bring National Guard in tonight. We're going to continue doing our job.
The unrest in Los Angeles began Friday when more than 40 people were arrested across the city. President Donald Trump took to Truth Social, saying this in part, quote, "We have an incompetent governor and mayor who were, as usual, unable to handle the task. These radical left protests by instigators and often paid troublemakers will not be tolerated." Governor Newsom had this to say, quote, "The federal government is moving to take over the California National Guard and deploy 2,000 soldiers. That move is purposefully inflammatory and will only escalate tensions." Meanwhile, in New York yesterday, nearly 150 protesters lashed out at police and tried to block federal authorities from conducting immigration raids in Lower Manhattan. And more than 20 people were arrested in that chaotic scene, guys.
Oh. Thank you, Chanley.
Thank you, Chanley. Great reporting.
People, that's it with all that's going on in California. Let's take a look over in Ouagadougou City, the Burkina
Today, Monday, June 9th, 2025, at the Kuluba Palace in Ouagadougou, Captain Ibrahim Traoré delivered one of his most compelling addresses yet. He spoke directly to citizens and fellow AES leaders declaring, "We are being approached by these imperialists to get one of the three AES countries to betray the others." Traoré emphasized the seriousness of the threat. Imperial powers are testing their unity. This video is a must-see for anyone interested in the current state of affairs in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, and the role of the military in the future of the Sahel region. The speech has been translated into English for our broader audience who don't understand the French language. Let's watch the video and listen to the speech.
Comrades, good morning. We are now in the last month of the semester, the first semester of the year 2025. I therefore hope we can use this month to start thinking about the prospects for the second semester and see what has worked in our administrations and what has not worked. Then, as you can see, this morning we have just raised the colors with the Confederation anthem, which is yet another step that we are taking in our union, which is not without difficulty, because unity is hard, especially in Africa. It is difficult to unite, but it is the solution. We must unite. Little by little, the AES continues on its path, despite all the difficulties, all the challenges before us. If I were naive, I would ask myself, but why do the imperialists not want this union? But I am not naive, I know why. And it is the same question that those who still tend to sleep must ask themselves. Why do they not want us to unite? Why does the Confederation frighten or hurt some people so much? Because we are approached every day by these imperialists to lead one of the three to betray the other. We have been facing this for a very long time. Each time, these are the kinds of maneuvers that are there to get you to leave the Confederation. This should make us think. And when we look at our relationships, there is no friendship, in fact. In this world, there are only interests. People only come to us for their own interests. We need to be fully aware of this. They will fight us, they will continue to fight us, but we will emerge victorious and strong. These situations we are experiencing, we must not take them and feel sorry for ourselves. On the contrary, this should strengthen us. We must emerge very strong from this war, understand why we were so assailed, forge ourselves, and ensure that in the coming century, we do not experience this kind of situation.
A plot to kill the president of Burkina Faso, a betrayal by his own family, and a dangerous gift from France. This is the story of how Ibrahim Traoré survived an assassination attempt and exposed the dark forces trying to control Africa.
Why some Jamaicans are suddenly obsessed with Ibrahim Traoré. Something strange is happening on Jamaican social media. Among the usual posts about dancehall, politics, and daily struggles, a new name keeps popping up: Ibrahim Traoré. But who is he, and why is he suddenly the subject of admiration among some Jamaicans? Traoré isn't a dancehall artist or a Jamaican politician. He's the 37-year-old president of Burkina Faso, an African country thousands of miles away. Yet his rise to power and his bold anti-colonial rhetoric have struck a chord with a growing number of Jamaicans who feel the island needs leaders just like him. In this video, we're going to break down who Ibrahim Traoré is, why his message is resonating in Jamaica, and whether this fascination is just a trend or a sign of something deeper brewing in the Caribbean. Ibrahim Traoré came to power in 2022 through a military coup that overthrew a government many saw as weak and controlled by foreign interests. At just 34 years old, he became the world's youngest president, taking the reins of a nation plagued by jihadist violence and economic struggle. For many, he represents a bold break from the past. But Traoré didn't just take power, he took a stand. He expelled French troops, rejected Western NGOs, and began promoting a vision of African sovereignty and military self-reliance. His speeches have made headlines across the continent, filled with fiery denunciations of imperialism and calls for a new generation of African leadership. For Pan-Africanists around the globe, Traoré is quickly becoming a symbol of resistance. His military fatigues, no-nonsense tone, and unapologetic rejection of Western control have turned him into a modern revolutionary icon, especially among young people disillusioned with traditional politics. Why Jamaicans are paying attention. Many Jamaicans, particularly in Afrocentric and Rasta communities, see Traoré as someone who echoes their long-standing frustrations with foreign economic pressures, corruption, and cultural erosion. His message speaks to the wounds of slavery, colonialism, and the post-independence struggles that continue to haunt the Caribbean. On platforms like TikTok and YouTube, Jamaican creators are translating his speeches, overlaying them with roots reggae, and hailing him as a real general or Africa's last hope. Some have gone so far as to compare him to Marcus Garvey, suggesting that Traoré is finally putting Pan-Africanism into real-world action, not just rhetoric. And in a country where skepticism of Western influence runs deep, from IMF-imposed austerity to restrictive U.S. immigration policies, Traoré's fierce independence strikes a nerve. He says what many wish their leaders would say. He does what many feel their leaders are too afraid or too compromised to do. This fascination reached a new level recently when a group of Rastafarians in Jamaica held a small but symbolic celebration in honor of Ibrahim Traoré. They drummed, chanted, and praised his leadership as a beacon of Black unity and African pride. The images quickly spread online, sparking both curiosity and controversy. To Rastafarians, Traoré represents a spiritual warrior. Much like Haile Selassie was once hailed as a divine figure, some are beginning to view Traoré through a quasi-messianic lens. While not claiming he is a prophet, they admire his resistance against Babylon, a term Rastas often use to describe Western imperialism and systemic oppression. This symbolic elevation is powerful. In a world dominated by Western media narratives, the idea of a young, unapologetically African leader being celebrated in Jamaica sends a message. The Pan-African spirit is not dead. It's evolving, taking new forms, and finding new icons.
That's why we are here in support of Abraham Torres to liberate Mother Africa from the white colonizers.
Is this a fad or a movement? Of course, not everyone in Jamaica is talking about Ibrahim Traoré. Many still don't know who he is. But those who do are passionate, vocal, and growing, particularly among youth, activists, and the politically conscious. The online discourse isn't just admiration, it's inspiration mixed with frustration. People are beginning to ask real questions. Why don't our leaders speak like him? Why aren't they standing up to the global powers that keep Jamaica in economic chains? Could the Caribbean produce its own Traoré? And if so, what would that leader look like? It's too early to say whether this will lead to real change or fizzle out like a viral trend. But one thing is certain. Traoré has lit a spark. Whether it becomes a fire depends on whether Jamaicans are ready to transform admiration into activism.
Brothers and sisters of Jamaica, I greet you with the fire of the ancestors burning in my chest and the red dust of Burkina Faso still on my boots. I come not as a head of state speaking to a foreign people, but as a son of Africa reaching out to his kin across the sea. I come as a revolutionary brother who recognizes in your struggles the reflections of our own. I come to honor your pain, salute your courage, and share in your enduring vision of freedom. From Ouagadougou to Kingston, from the Sahel winds to the tropical breeze of the Caribbean, we are bound by the same ancestral drumbeat. We are the children of ancient civilizations disrupted by conquest, torn by slavery, and tested by imperial deception. Yet we are also the descendants of those who never bowed, the Maroons who defied empire, the Burkinabe who rose with Sankara, the freedom fighters whose spirits still roam our hills, mountains, and deserts. Our story is not one of defeat, it is one of unbroken resistance. Jamaica, you are not small. You are mighty in memory, in rhythm, in soul. You are the flame that has kept burning in the night of oppression. You are the defiance of Queen Nanny, the vision of Marcus Garvey, the revolution of sound that came from Peter Tosh and Bob Marley. Your island is not isolated, it is a beacon, a fortress of the African spirit in the Atlantic. When I listen to Bob Marley, I do not hear entertainment, I hear sacred instruction. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. These words echo in every occupied corner of our continent. For while the chains of iron were broken long ago, the chains of the mind still hold many of us hostage. They come not with soldiers, but with debt. They come not with whips, but with NGOs. They do not enforce submission through colonial laws, but through economic blackmail, cultural domination, and the silencing of truth. Africa knows this well. In Burkina Faso, we buried Thomas Sankara, a son of the soil who dared to dream aloud. He spoke of self-reliance, dignity, and anti-imperialism. For that, they killed him. Not just foreign agents, but collaborators from within. That is the great tragedy of our times. That betrayal too often wears a familiar face. Yet the flame he lit has not died. It has moved from village to village, heart to heart, until once again, the people have stood and said, enough. We are reclaiming our voice, our resources, our futures. And in doing so, we recognize the same spirit in you, Jamaica. Jamaica, your story is Africa's story. Your maroons are our freedom fighters. Your sugar fields mirror our cotton plantations. Your stolen children found themselves on ships whose sails were soaked in blood. And yet you built music from suffering, wisdom from wounds, and solidarity from struggle. Peter Tosh roared, I don't want no peace. I need equal rights and justice. This is not a protest, it is a prophecy. Peace without justice is the silence of the oppressed. We do not want handouts. We want fairness. We want truth. We want the world to see us not as problems to manage, but as partners in the shaping of a new global reality. But the system is not neutral. The West did not become powerful through diplomacy alone. It gained its wealth from stolen labor, looted resources, and conquered minds. And when we resist, they do not hesitate to destabilize, discredit, or destroy. We have seen it with Lumumba, with Nkrumah, with Gaddafi, and again with every African nation that tries to stand upright. And yet, they fear our unity. They fear the moment when Africa and the Caribbean, when the children of the diaspora and the children of the continent recognize that we are one. That fear is justified, for that moment has arrived. You are not a dot on a map. You are not a nation of 9 parishes. You are not just reggae and beaches. You are the heartbeat of a global consciousness. Your resistance echoes from Accra to Addis Ababa. Your pride feeds the souls of those still struggling to walk upright in a world built to keep them crawling. Jamaica, your youth are warriors of knowledge, of rhythm, of revolution. Do not wait to be told you matter. Stand, create, mobilize, build cooperatives, guard your land. Teach your children the stories not found in colonial textbooks. Let them know their lineage is not one of shame, but of unmatched strength. To the elders we thank you. Your memory is sacred. You who remember when resistance had a cost, when black skin was a target, when black thought was a threat, you are the living libraries of our struggle. Your wisdom is our blueprint. Tell us the names they tried to erase. Sing the songs they feared. Carry the flames they tried to extinguish. To the leaders I offer a challenge. Be not middlemen for empire. Be not brokers of foreign interest. Be servants of the people. Build economies that feed your people, not your bank accounts. Reject policies that silence the poor to please the powerful. Know that history will remember, and it will judge. To the artists, the poets, the musicians be prophets. Do not let your art be tamed by the market. Create not for profit alone, but for liberation. Let your verses be swords. Let your paintings be protests. Let your lyrics carry the rage, the joy, the dreams of the people. To the farmers, thank you. You who still understand the sacredness of land. You who feed nations while the world turns to artificial convenience. You are the keepers of true wealth. To the women queens of our lineage, warriors of our future, you are not background. You are not support. You are leaders. Raise your voices. Guard your daughters. Shape the policies. Lead the movements. Without you, there is no revolution. Let us build a new axis not of exploitation, but of solidarity. Let our trade routes carry cassava and yam, not cocaine and guns. Let our classrooms teach African literature and Caribbean poetry. Let our children know that they are heirs not to trauma but to greatness. Let us declare an end to being laboratories for foreign experiments. Let us fund our own research, heal our own wounds, tell our own stories, trust our own instincts, celebrate our own holidays, honor our own gods. Let us imagine the future. A Jamaica with food sovereignty, universal education, and dignified housing. A Burkina Faso with clean water, just laws, and strong institutions. A global black community that does not beg but builds, that does not apologize but asserts. Let this be our mission, not nostalgia, but forward motion. Not despair, but defiance. Not revenge, but reconstruction. The drums have never stopped. The ancestors are watching. The youth are rising. The soil is still rich. The dream is still alive. One Africa, one Caribbean, one struggle, one destiny. Thank you.
Wow. Yes, yes, yes. That was a powerful, powerful speech. Let me say, I think he has covered every important grounds that need to be covered here in Jamaica. The man is well taught, he's well learned, he's well educated, and we accept him. I mean, we might not all be ready right now, but this message is gonna stay with us. It's gonna stay with us for a long time, and it's gonna transform lives. It's gonna transform families. He man touch upon a part of himself, fathers, guard your daughters. For sure, say, know what's going on. My God, bless you, my brother. So yes, my people, that's all me have for you right now, you know. I don't want to make it too long, you know, see, because I could go on and on and on and on and never stop. See, but me come to a halt right now. This was a powerful message by Ibrahim Traore to us Jamaicans. See, fly the gate. Fly the gate. Yeah. So, blessed loving people, stay well. Make sure you like the video. Show your support. See, watch the commercial and all these things. And drop your comment in the comment section so, you know, I can know. Blessed. Stay well, stay safe, and I balance, and I will see the item in the next vlog. Seeing Daniel Marshall on the infrastructure work. Boom shot. More like the year's revolution. In this time of revelation, black churches take your stand. Away with Western domination. No peace without justice. No peace at all. There'll be no peace without justice. No peace at all. You said you want peace, but give us justice. Block liberation, there'll be no peace without justice in our black land. If anyone seeking peace, tell them practice justice. For the peace of society depends on justice. No woman make him full joy what him possess. And I cast no evil, yeah, upon no neighbor's pocket. Don't defame no man, don't be no false witness. Partiality don't work with justice, man. Give you him peace, give him back him justice. And don't deny no man his rights for justice. Peace, but they want justice. In our block land, there'll be no peace at all without justice. Only revolution. one of the reason into it, so we can find our way to gain peace. Justice in our black country. Justice in our black liberty.
Why some Jamaicans are suddenly obsessed with Ibrahim Traore. Something strange is happening on Jamaican social media. Among the usual posts about dance hall,
we want justice.
In an unprecedented show of continental unity, Africa has declared that any attack on Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Don't deny no man of his wage, I said. And don't oppress nobody using a moderation. And when digging for gold, take no advantage. But listen to the whispers of the biased conscience. They want peace, but they want justice in their land. Justice for each and every black man and woman. Peace, you're going to start a revolution. Spread it out, no! Every black land.